the scene. Ooh, V, yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep. Amen, amen. Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to the west. Iced the logo on the cross, threw it on my neck. Yeah, when I rep the set, gotta stay blessed. Yeah, amen, amen. People tryna say I'm on the enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Man, put him into me. Everybody try to take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on the remedy. I cannot let it get into me. It's playing a toll on me mentally.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece, got war and pieces.
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is no doubt one of the best matchups of the NFL season. A battle of undefeated. Two teams that have been dominating opponents all season. Who will be the dominant team in this one? It's going to be fascinating to find out. It's the Texans going up against the Ravens.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Double tight, double tight.
Let's go.
Three down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here we go. Ohio. Here we go. What?
They'll run with Miller. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Red 38. Red 38.
We got four.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Flex round. Flex round.
24.
On first and 10, Watson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in. But at least they're there. A moment of truth to make a play on it.
Where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Hey, watch the right.
Ohio. Ohio.
Push him back.
Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That kind of makes sense because they've been doing it well on this drive.
Let's go.
Formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Not today.
Come on, let's go.
In motion is Fedorowicz.
48.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Watson,
Watch,
from Miller. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 29.
I know you feel that.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Hey, four
And
down.
they're
Four
definitely
down.
showing blitz
Let's
here.
go.
They go back to the ground now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive
Watch
goes
tight,
on,
tight
we're
ends
seeing an
right.
offensive
Watch
line
tight,
and
tight
running
ends
game
right.
imposing its will.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, boys, we got five.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception.
Yeah,
down.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set.
Six to Mike.
Behind set,
56 to
swing.
Mike.
Swing.
Hey, come on out here. Come on out here.
Carry here for Terrence
You don't
West.
want it.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
No. Off.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he
Go,
was lucky
go.
to get a
It's
couple
run,
yards
it's
out of
run.
it.
It's
So those
running.
defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Set. Ready.
Get out of here, man.
Red.
Kill,
Yo,
kill.
lead. Ready, high.
Alert flare.
Monday.
Flare.
Under center. Set. I'm right.
He's coming. We got double.
Yo, lead. Set. 20.
Now Flacco.
He's checking Craig.
And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Macklin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the
Tight end
ground.
right. We got 4.
Under center.
We got 4. Kill.
West looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ready, high. Set.
Under crunch.
Rewind.
Kill.
Set. Yo, lead.
Watch the safety creep.
Monday. Sit
Comes in, this might be a free play.
Check it back.
Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. It was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Double tight.
Third down. That's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
As we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Run.
Monday.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Flacco to throw. Looking deep here for Macklin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Dad! Hey, Rod!
Bunch it!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Under center.
Switch!
And now Flacco not happy with the play they called. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Tight to the right. Move.
Set. Red.
Four down.
Flacco from the gun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open.
Defensively, it's very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And Miller with it over the middle. And he's taken down before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go. What?
Hey, we got three.
First down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play.
Here we go.
I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play out.
Now it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally put him into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man, running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Tight right.
Set.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Check. Motion.
Block it.
Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
Set.
Watch the slant.
Now receiver in motion left.
Motion.
In with West. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Check 50.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Rewind.
Show it.
Hey.
Check 3.
Behind. Red.
It's West. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do. He is so good. Every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they have to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Double up.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Red 38.
They go play action here on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, check,
Ohio.
check. 3 down,
Ohio.
3 down.
All right, let's go. What?
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
You got him. You got him. You got him. Tight right, Roger. 4 down, 4 down. 4 down.
Out of the gun, Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Flex round. Here we go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Tight end right.
Ohio, let's go. What?
We got 3.
Oh, here we go.
Fellas, we got 3.
Throwing again is Watson.
Under 10.
And this is going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep the offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Red 38. Ohio. Hut.
Check 52.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Number 1 goal is what? Make playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and the divisional round. Out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And now West lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
They don't want it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Come on, let's Let's go. 48. What? 90. 48 right now. Let's go.
I'm coming after you.
Ohio. Ohio.
Shift. Motion.
Ohio. Hut.
The throw on second is Watson. And a hit jarred loose.
We got three down.
It's
three
incomplete.
Down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great
Ohio!
opportunity. You
Ohio!
got to cash in and get some points.
Check. Fresno.
Let's go.
Slot man moves right.
Move.
Hut.
Watson on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Yeah,
and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Regular.
Check 99.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Pick me up.
Red.
Second down, Flacco now. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
56, the Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Rocket.
You better be afraid of me.
Monday. Set.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Slam.
Set.
55
20.
Check 55 to Mike.
The tight end, Ben Watson, in motion.
Rocket.
I'm coming after you.
Flacco here on second down.
Motion.
And he's going to go down again. Benson Mayowa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on third and long.
Red. Set.
3 down.
A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Check 13.
Come on, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every
single
inch
slot,
of the
single
field
slot.
to
Let's
try
go.
and spread things out. And when you're running back and
I got
catch the ball
87,
as
I got
well,
87,
that can only help
that's
your
me, boy.
offense.
On 2nd down, here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ohio, let's go!
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here we go! Red 38! Flex round!
Check 24,
Ohio!
check 24.
Ohio!
On first down, Watson.
Watch twist.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
Check 25!
A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball down?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens on for 6. And his kick is right through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. On second down, here's Miller.
Let's go. Come on, run.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Let's go! Red touch!
26,
On first down, it's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
All day.
This has just been a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
And now out comes Houston. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Let's go.
48.
Here's Watson now on second down.
I'm coming for you.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Players make big plays, dog. Right. Oh, to the house! To the house!
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
Right.
the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Easy working. It's coming again.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here we go now. 319.
Mike 57. You must be
Watch it now, Barney.
seeing me.
Now the backup Savage. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 32-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to pass it up. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The slot man in motion right.
Check.
On the ground, West again. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. In motion right, Macklin.
We got 4. Get him. Back's mine.
They'll send Macklin in motion left.
Shift.
On 3rd down, it's West. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. This is West. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Tight dog.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11.
Set! Rewind!
A break from the ground game here. Flacco, throw left side complete. That's West. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Yo, Reed!
From the gun, Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Flacco to Perriman, and the Ravens have a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field. So he put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch tight end.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Monday!
Watch left.
Right now, out of the ground. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, Peggy, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Over!
Watch the
All right, here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here I come.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line. Right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Take it in at the 11. Kick there, we'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsey? You hear from Ben on the headset? Stressing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Set.
The tight end changing his position.
Three down.
This is their fullback. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Set.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very good.
It's the punter Cook who sends it away. Taken in at the 22. Fights off the defender. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Two tights. 3 down.
On the ground, it's Lamar Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Savage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
Guys,
Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watch 10. Check. Alert 3.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
The throw, Savage. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on to punt for Houston. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the bench?
That's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried or concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in the offensive game.
Under center.
He's checking.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Flacco. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because if you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they can't bring him down. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled.
Tight, guys,
Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. And maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He finds Hopkins complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. And nothing too crazy here. Quick slam, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And the Ravens taking the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and yes, get out of there.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Garth. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn.